Hi, Grandma. Dog doing trick. Look at your son. Hopefully it's all taken. And a big smile. They wonder if they're smiling or just have gas, huh?
Yeah, she's starting to smile.
Is she? How's the dog take to it?
Pretty good.
Not jealous at all?
Yeah, she was at first. Now she just ignores the baby.
Yeah,
Thinks it's just,
ignores it. Just pretends it isn't there.
he thinks it's not another pet anyway, huh?
Is this too much for you, huh?
The dog is trying to do a trick?
Yeah. You get some nice shots of some buildings when we get over there. They restored actual Independence Hall. They signed everything.
And that glass building is where the Liberty Bell is.
Sort of different and unique. A different and unique historical attraction. You go see a battlefield, some long ago battle. You need a sign, tell you what happened there. You see a historical building, you need a plaque on the side of the building, tells you what happened inside that building. The Liberty Bell, you can look right at it, you can tell who made it, when it was made, why it was made, with a little help from your friends, that's made, where it was made, ooh, a whole bunch of things about it, just by looking at the bell. So let's start with that who, what, when, where sort of game, looking right at the bell. When was it made? Or let's say why it was made. Starting up top, by order of the Assembly of the Province of Pennsylvania. Says that right on the top of the bell. The Assembly of the Province of Pennsylvania met in a red brick building right across the way, sort of hard to see in through our sunscreen. But the year was 1751. They needed a new bell for their building. Why did they need a new bell? Two reasons. Here's the news communicators of the day. You didn't have TV. You didn't have radio. You couldn't bring the news to people like you did today. You brought the people to the news. You would ring a bell. People would assemble in a certain part of the city, hear a proclamation being read, hear of an emergency. That's one of the reasons the bell was ordered to be made. The celebration reason has to do with the verse that the assembly wished to be put upon the bell, proclaim liberty throughout all the land unto all the inhabitants thereof. From Leviticus in the Bible, the entire verse begins something to the effect, and ye shall hallow the 50th year. The 50th year they were speaking of was 50 years prior to that. In 1701, the colony of Pennsylvania had passed a charter of religious toleration, religious liberty. In Pennsylvania, as long as you acknowledge the power of one God, you can worship that God without any government harassment or persecution. And the Assembly wished to celebrate that fact that by 1751, they had had 50 years of this religious liberty.
Guy.
There's Independence Hall.
Yep, that's Independence Hall. Here's that's what's on one of the dollar bills.
Narrate everything you know about it.
Huh?
Narrate everything you
I
know
don't know
about
shit
it.
about it. I don't remember what they said.
There's your son. There's your grandchild.
Does that have a
There's your
audio?
daughter-in-law. Yes. Whoop. Huh?
Yeah, for like 25 bucks, they give you a tour of the city.
Really?
Yeah.
Why don't we-
And
why don't we-
narrate it, you know.
Why don't we do it?
Declaration of Independence, and as well as the Constitution. This building is today a private library. It's run by a group called the American Philosophical Society. It was also founded by Ben Franklin. If you look real closely through the trees in the corner window there, you can see Socrates looking out the window. See him?
Socrates.
Oh, up
top.
top.
Hopefully it's a bust of Socrates.
Yeah.
This marble building here was the second federal bank in the nation. Built in 1824.
My God. Is this original?
It is original.
Jeez, it's
It
old
was
looking.
patterned after the
Very
Parthenon in Greece, but it's only 1/5 of the Parthenon size. The garden area here, you'd often find these gardens near the banks. It's the ladies' tea garden. Ladies weren't allowed in the banks at that time, so they would socialize here waiting for their husbands. Ladies didn't like that idea so much then. So, as revenge, they invented the credit card.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could really say that concept started in these gardens. It was our War Department during the Revolutionary War.
That was the War Department?
Yeah.
That,
That building is a reconstruction. The building in the center there is original. That one's Carpenter's Hall. That's where the first Continental Congress met in 1774. The building is still owned and operated by the Carpenters Guild, basically the same group that built the building. A Quaker merchant named Joseph Pemberton used to live there. Both the Pemberton House and New Hall are military museums. Because of the budget cutbacks, they've shut them down.
house used to live right between those,
They
right
have
there?
a underground museum there. Tell you all about Ben Franklin and different things. First Bank is today part of the parks as offices now. They're loaded with passengers. They need some extra weight, so they load this block into the bottom of the ship.
That's the cobblestone that used to be ballast in the ship.
Yep.
Oh, it's a rough ride. Is this original stuff?
They just redid this street, and most of the block is original. It was really bad, like 2 weeks ago. There was a pothole.
Ben Franklin Bridge.
Ship coming up the river here. You can see it in a minute. That ship there is the Spirit of Philadelphia, and it does lunch and dinner cruises up and down the river here. It's pretty, it's a nice little deal they give you, dinner and dancing and things for like 2 hours. They also do, on the weekends, they do moonlight cruises, just leaving at midnight and coming back about 2 in the morning. Top.
Where is it?
Right
The the Campbell Soup
Yeah. That's
Factory?
the original Campbell's.
There's a tower on top of this building, and a man can sit there and look out over the river. By the different flags the ships were flying, you could tell what cargo they had. They would lay that information downstairs in the cargo that would go on the auction block.
18th century botanical gardens.
The corner building here is the Todd House. This is where Dolly Madison lived before she married James Madison. Her first husband was John Todd. He was a successful lawyer. He died in 1793. About a year later, she married James Madison.
Very well off. That's a big house.
Yep.
Founded again by Ben Franklin.
Ben Franklin in 1752.
He was one busy son of a
He was
gun.
very busy. In this house certifies that the exterior of the house is within 80% of its original condition, and that it's at least 150 years old.
And those are houses right in that 3-story one right next to it also, huh?
Yep.
And they sell for about 150,000.
Yep. They started that. Like this building right here, this one's worth about $3 million.
This building here?
This is the only mansion in Society Hill. It's called the Hill Facete Keith House. It was originally built in 1786 for Henry Hill.
Does somebody live there, or is it a
Now,
historical
it's a museum
monument?
now. It's run by a group called the Cincinnati of Pennsylvania. And all the members of that group are descendants of Revolutionary War officers. oldest remaining Presbyterian church in Philadelphia.
This was Ben Franklin's first fire company?
Yep. This roofed-in area here is a reconstruction of what was the old marketplace. In the colonial days, everybody would come shopping here. They had no refrigeration, so whatever you bought, you ate that day, so you had to go shopping the next day. They're over 200 years old.
200 years.
This is St. Peter's?
Anybody famous?
Stephen, the end of the block, the homes on this street are the closest ones to being 300 years old.
Delancey Street.
You may find some homes
Second
around
oldest
there
street
about
in Philadelphia.
290 years old or so.
Beautiful park by those buildings.
Yeah, there's 4 of them in Philadelphia.
There's a 4 square block area.
How many?
About 175.
Wow.
Streets often called Ladies Walk, Gentlemen's Run.
Yeah.
Not seeing battery anymore. It usually can take any picture that you can see.
Alyssa.
That's
Alyssa.
okay. Let it rock. Oh. Oh.
Alyssa.
He says you guys are bothering me and I'm just tired.
Alyssa.
Say hi to Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Say something nice.
I don't know.
Come on, say hi. Say hi, Ada.
Hi, Ada.
Uh-huh.
See the dumb dog?
There's a dumb dog. That's Sheba. Remember that little one? There's Ken on a diet.
Never.
And there's a little baby. She says, why is everybody making noise when I'm tired?
I wish she'd smile. She was smiling all yesterday.
Give her some gas.
Alyssa.
Hi, Melissa. Hi. Hi. Yeah. It's too bad we can't turn you over. Ken says you got the rather butt. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I'm so tired. Oh, my. Uh-huh. There's our entertainment center. Oh, nice living room. You got good sized rooms. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Say hi.
Hi. Wave to Grandma. Wave to Grandma. Show her the rather butt. It's a big rather butt. Ken says she comes by it naturally. Look at it. Just trying to look, see, is this really Dad? Let me see.
Make her smile.
She was like this, just quiet all through dinner, just the greatest little baby. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just looking
Yeah.
at the camera.
What is that? Ooh. Ooh. You might want these for posterity someday, Ken. We'll give you a copy of this. And get your own VCR.
Uh-oh. Getting fussy.
We'll turn it off if she gets fussy. We want it to be a perfect baby. Yeah, that's a big grin. That's a big grin. Hello. Hello.